Hello, YouTube. Welcome to part one of Ratchet and Clank. I absolutely fucking forgot to start the beginning of this recording. Essentially, what we saw was Ratchet creating his spaceship, then Clank falling to planet Velden, and then us going to go save him. And we haven't started that far from the beginning of Velden. My bad. I'm sorry. Ah, the bomb glove. One of my I wish this was real weapons. It just gives off small explosions.
That's nanotech. Whenever you sustain injury, let Gadgetron's patented nanotech system rebuild your body from the inside out.
Ah, the old yeah, nuts and bolts. It's great. I think there's actually a like Ratchet and Clank game. No, that's a Banjo-Kazooie game. A really bad Banjo-Kazooie game.
You can also use it in first person by holding down the L1 button.
Speaking of racing games made by Rareware that weren't supposed to be made, who wants to see me play Diddy Kong Racing at some point?
Interesting. You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using
you get the
choicest
satire yet?
planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you could
Is it not on the nose enough for you?
we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation. And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
Chairman directs flagship, belt in orbit.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Whoa,
It's the
this is
feds!
great!
Dip!
So
You're right.
that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you could stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is B54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is
That
your
man's got
last
some
chance.
really
Stop this
pronounced
madness
teeth.
now.
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Wait, really? Of course not, you dumb fuck. Ratchet, I forgot I didn't know how to land, lombax. I don't know his last name. I don't think he has a last name.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well,
Man's
not leaving
teeth
the
built
way
like
you
the
came
wall
in,
of China.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
That's hilarious.
if there are any left.
When this icon appears, it means that it's saving. Alright, so we're gonna buy...
I got some great bargains for you today.
Yeah, we'll buy the Pyrocer. Oh, I can't quite afford the Pyrocer. Alright, cool. So, we are not going to go down to the city immediately. For one very, very simple reason. There are a couple places we need to explore first. This one over here being one of them. Well, if you do that, it tends to, corrupt your game files. So always check the rim of these things, because there's always more bolts to be found, or like secrets. It's kind of the thing about Ratchet and Clank, is there were just so many secrets in these games. That's why I always dive to the bottom every time, because it absolutely could have, like, something secretive in it. I do love the little birds. Oh, cool. Okay, so there are bolts inside the the foliage, the breakable foliage. It's all mechanical. It all has bolts in it. I got an ad, so I'm gonna take that as a sign to get some food for myself. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, welcome back, folks, from the ad break. I still can't afford the pyrocitor. We got all the way through that area, and I still cannot afford the pyrocitor. It's wonderful. Ah. Sometimes the platforming in this game can be tricky, especially on as small of a screen as I'm watching it on, because I'm just watching it straight through OBS. Thus is the life of someone with a capture card. Well, it's on the capture card screen, but it's through an emulator. Thankfully, a friend of mine gave me the BIOS for the PSX2 emulator. Thanks, Abby. That's not one of the ones where you can get back up. That's just death. Or no, it's not death. It's just the inability to... You have to go start from the beginning, which sucks. Well, it would be piracy if I didn't pull these the ISOs from the games that I own. It's technically just me having a different way to play a game that I already own. But also, yes, yar har fiddly dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Like, I went through the tedious process of ripping this from the disc. Well, Microsoft didn't say so. Ubisoft said so. But I do own these because they're in physical media, because I buy just a shit ton of physical media.
The plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
Yeah, no, it was a game developer at Ubisoft that was saying that it's bullshit that we don't own our own media anymore. That was actually that was the actual quote. It was, hey, unfortunately, we're going toward a trend of us not owning any of our media, and gamers should get used to it because that's how game development companies are unfortunately trying to make themselves do it. So it's not really these people said get used to it. It's unfortunately we're gonna have to. Was what they were saying.
Attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid. It looks like some sort of fireworks display. Probably in your honor.
Whoa, that was close. Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
But we've been hit.
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long.
Kid, let's M-screen.
Eject! Eject!
Did you see that guy on the left? That was Skid McMarks.
Does he know Captain Quark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say, I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Gadgetron infobots give you coordinates for new planets. Now that you have the infobot for planet Iridia, you'll need to find a ship to get there.
Now we can afford the flamethrower.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Bathe them in the holy flaming light of the Emperor of mankind. Kill them with kindness, and if kindness doesn't work, use napalm. So saith the salamanders. I believe in the star gods. They'd never betray me. Don't tell him about the... He's about to be eaten? Oh, Lord. He shot me, that bastard. Son of a bitch. Oh, I can't go there yet. The only thing getting worse than getting shot. Getting shot twice. I don't know. I've been shot and stabbed. I think stabbed was worse. Nobody even redeemed the random bit of lore for me that time. I just willingly gave it. Roster ammo. Nope. permanent damage done, but I can't trust myself around fences. When I was 21 or 22, I was working at a PF Chang's, and I was cutting meat, and I went to stab the knife into the cutting board just so I knew where it was. I was not paying attention to where I was stabbing and stabbed myself dead in the hand. Through and through, all the way to the cutting board, and it sucked. And the time I was shot, I accidentally shot myself in the foot. So, gotta say, being stabbed hurt worse.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not a...
Oh, I did.
Hold on.
I
Let's see
did
what he's
cry
got.
like a baby. You are not alone. I cried like a baby.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman shipliness.
Now that you have coordinates to 2 new planets, you can use your ship. Press the select button to bring up the map. Your ship is marked with a star.
Select to bring up the map. Ship's marked with a star. Alright, cool. But I will say, worse than both of those, both being stabbed and being shot, I had my sternum cut open. That's probably the worst pain I've ever felt. Because it gives off sleepy vibes. Not that I'm complaining. Love a green. Yeah, I had my sternum cut open. That's how they get your heart out when they give you a transplant. Like that's how a heart transplant works. Yes, I'm fine. As a matter of fact, I've had my sternum cut open twice. Once for the LVAD, my life support device, and once for my transplant. They gave me pain meds during, but after I requested not to be put on narcotic pain medication because I don't like the idea of being on narcotics. So 500 milligram Tylenol is what I took after my heart transplant. So I just had from my neck all the way down to just above my belly was a massive incision. I have a scar that goes from the nape of my neck all the way down to the bottom of my diaphragm. And one over where my heart sits, and then one in my stomach from where the transplant happened, and they removed my my life support devices. Because my life support devices were embedded directly into my heart.
it's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw ya, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry.
I mean, it
My
is.
agent and I got
It's
ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
I'll explain
He's
after this
about to
cutscene.
crash,
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
So, yes and no. It was a terrible experience, but dying was worse, if that makes sense. Living with congestive heart failure sucks. Your body is consistently weak. You're constantly, like, feeling down, like, emotionally. It's not a fun time. Whereas the transplant, like, post-transplant, yeah, I felt like garbage. But just after, I felt awesome. Like, I feel like $1,000,000 because I have a new heart and it's great. The experience of being on life support for 7 years, that sucked. That was probably the worst experience of my life. But it also, as a, like, I guess as a life experience, gave me the opportunity to live my dream and, like, focus full-time on being a streamer and a parent. So that was kind of, it was a detriment and a boon at the same time. Like, yeah, it sucked real bad, but at the same time, I am able to do the thing that I want to do with my life because of it. And because of the ability, yeah, exactly. I'm doing 1,000 times better than I was pre-transplant. I'm still, like, immunocompromised to hell. I still can't really, like, I have a lot of limits on what I can physically do still. But as far as I'm not actively dying, and that's a fucking great thing, that's kind of how I, you know, it's just something that I really enjoy. And I get to hang out and you know, and play video games and do the stuff that I want to do. There's one more sand shark somewhere, and I don't know where. Where are you? There you are, you little fucker.
Here, man. Catch.
Hey, a hoverboard.
3,000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
You've just acquired a Gadgetron Z3000 hoverboard. Use your new hoverboard at the racetrack in Blackwater.
So we're gonna go through and do, I think, probably everything you can on this planet. Or at least everything we can at the moment. Because there is a gold bolt right there that we can't get to yet because we don't have oh, well, we fell. That sucked. Alright, well, we're back here now. So that's a plus. We're gonna buy all the pyrocitor ammo. Right? So one thing that I find really cool about Ratchet and Clank is that while, yeah, it's a cool sci-fi, like, space exploration game where we get to go and explore cool levels, the enemies that you fight also have the same weapons that you have, which I find really dope, because a lot of games don't do that. Like, the enemies have weapons you can't acquire. And in this game, like, that guy's using a pyrocitor. It's a pyrocitor with a bigger backpack, but he's using a pyrocitor, which is the weapon we just bought in the last level. Yes, I will hydrate. Thank you. Ooh. So we can go left or we can go right.
You will need a Gadgetron swing shot to traverse this area. Our records indicate that the swing shot is not available on this planet.
So we'd have to go to Metropolis to get the swing shot. So we'll come back to this planet after going to Metropolis. Okay, so go. Get out the pyrocitor, because I believe the pyrocitor is probably the best weapon to use against these guys. To bathe them all in holy flame. Yeah, that one's got a lid on it. Okay, so I can't go up in that one. So, while I'd say that, yeah, it's fun to be able to craft your own weapons, it also depends on if the crafting system is fun. Because, like, I really enjoyed the crafting I hate food ads. They make me hungry. Food ads tend to make me go, well, that's interesting. Let me see if I can remake that in my own kitchen. And then make it 3 times better.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
I love the fact that his name is Skid McMarks. That's fucking hilarious. Monte Cristo. I mean, so here's the thing about the Monte Cristo. There are 1,000 ways to make it better. First of all. Secondly, a Monte Cristo is not trash food. It's so good. They're such good fucking sandwiches. Also, I've made a Monte Cristo batter. Like, instead of just using standardized bread, you use garlic toast before frying it. You're welcome. So even like trans fats and fat like foods that can be considered, you know, normally unhealthy can be made like essentially you need also garlic toast ideas. Yeah. See?
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck. Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Ratchet, you're so mean. But anyway, even like heavy trans fats and stuff aren't always bad for you. A lot of the time, things that are considered unhealthy are unhealthy in excess. The only things that are truly unhealthy is like nuclear radiation. Yummy green rocks. I love platformers. I'm bad at them most of the time, but I love them. Me eating thorium. Why is it so spicy? Why is it so spicy?
These moving walls also function as jump slots. Jump and jump again to kick off the walls in midair until you reach the top.
I love the little noises Ratchet makes when he jumps. Like, it's real. Like when he wall kicks, it's the little like cartoon kangaroo noise. I feel like Captain Quark is going to turn out to be a hack. It feels like something the game would do. I mean, have you ever seen, like, the story of Ratchet and Clank?
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad. Life's not fair.
Here you go. Here's 1,000 bolts.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
And away she goes.
Congratulations on your new Gadgetron swing shot. Use it on standard Versa targets like the ones nearby. If the target is out of view, use the L1 button to aim.
Now we have the swing shot. Now we can get the thing from what is it called? Iridia before we come back here. So we're gonna go do that first. Actually, no, we're gonna go see Al, and then we'll go to Iridia, because I want to test out my new blaster. We got a submachine gun, y'all.
To quickly center the camera, just tap the L1 button.
But yeah, no, Ratchet's not exactly a very good guy in the first game. Ratchet is definitely, this is the sleazy mechanic trope. Like, that's the trope that Ratchet is supposed to be embodying. Submachine gun, despite the name. You will dominate the competition. I love that. It's only a submachine gun if you put anime girls on it. And say ooh woo. Make it wear thigh highs. I should put the thigh highs on my fucking throne. Now that I think about it. Exactly. That was what you were. That was what I was trying.
Remember, he knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your Infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service. Okay,
Capitalism, even in
perfect.
space.
Hey, wait.
Poor Tim Curry. He never knew.
Ratchet, am I cool now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. I love that they made Al a neckbeard. That makes me very happy. That is just straight up the leg of a Gundam. Specifically the Alex.
Try using the helipack's boost jump feature to climb these boxes. Press the R1 button to crouch, then jump.
Yeah, we now have a lot more movement options. Died of a heart attack.
You'll need your new helipack stretch jump feature to cross this gap. While you're running, crouch using the R1 button and then jump.
So, when you see suspicious shit like that in Ratchet and Clank games, whoa, generally means to try and explore it. If you almost die exploring it, it means there's nothing there. Nah, there's definitely something there. I just have to be able to maneuver it correctly. Here's what we're gonna do. I mean, yeah. Listen, I am nothing if not, inquisitive about loot. If I can potentially find some, I'm gonna fucking try. And knowing all I know about these fucking games, these games encourage that. They're like, yeah, no, jump off the sledge.
Feature of your new helipack. Jump, and then press and hold the X button in midair to glide.
Which way? I love how their, like, rocket launchers are making shotgun noises. Like, that's the noise these fucking missile launchers these blargs are using to make, and it's fucking hilarious. We shall purge the Xenos. There is a shotgun bolter in 40K. That exists. You can actually get it when you play bolt gun. It's in bolt gun. I assume if it's in bolt gun, it's on the tabletop. Oh, my health is super duper low. So we don't quite want to get on these trains yet, because I don't want them to move. What we want to do right now is we're going to use the boost jump, come around here, get up on this, and then walk around. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a golden bolt back here somewhere. Nope. Just a fuck ton of boxes. And now we pull away. Burn, baby, burn. Yo, mac and cheese is so good. Good choice. Good choice. I had ramen. That was what I got for food. I believe this little guy well, if we could have got him, that little guy would have given us an info bot, or that info bot would have taken us to Planet Blackwater. Get back here, little buddy.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek. Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must
Behind
prepare this planet
schedule.
we harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
I don't take
Drek is
disappointment
destroying
well.
yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Persuade, aka torture. Remember how I said sometimes there are secrets when things look suspicious? Yeah. Loot. So much loot. We'll just slowly glide down. There we go. And this will take us back to the to Al's. Ramen is great and I love it, but like I eat way too much. That and I don't have enough of it. Like I need to buy more. I'm gonna go back to Iridia and do the swing shot area. I don't have enough of it. Well, see, I usually hoard, like, I'll go to the Dollar Tree and I'll buy a couple of, like, 6 packs of ramen, and then I'll hoard them to kind of when things, you know, because food is scarce sometimes. Not often, but sometimes food becomes scarce. And sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm so excited for when I inevitably get the wrench upgrade. Okay, cool. There's nothing down there. Here we go.
If you'd like, you can reverse your camera. Just select camera from the options menu.
No, Gadgetron lady, I will not be doing that. Inverted camera controls absolutely blow. I know not even a single person who uses inverted camera controls. Okay, Weaver, I can understand that it adds difficulty, but like I don't the only time I could see adding flight controls, which is what that is, it's flight controls, is if you're actually piloting doing a flight simulator, or you're used to playing flight simulators, which was a big like part of gaming way back when.
lasers are mounted on each ring of the Invincilock. Aim the lasers at the receptors on the outside ring to turn them green. All receptors must be green before the Invincilock will open.
Yeah, he's my backpack. And now we have the infiltrator, which is good because we'll need it for the next planet we're going to. Oh, we don't have to do that part again. We can just go this way. So if you've ever wondered how to get that golden bolt, this is how you do it. Take a running start. Shit. Normally I'm better at this than that. You also might be able to get to it from on Skid's ship. I think you can climb Skid's ship, potentially. Yeah. So you can get up onto Skid's ship, I just don't remember how. But essentially, you have to, like, you have to helicopter down to it. Ah. Actually, you might be able to do it from over here a little easier. All right, Weaver. That was a good one. So we'll probably only go another like 30 minutes because, well, I've been streaming since 6 p.m. And I'd like to get some sleep at some point. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining today's stream. It's been super, super fun. Wonder if I can... No. Okay. Well, we got the swing shot and we got the infiltrator, which is going to be necessary for the next level. So we're gonna go to the next level, and then we'll cut off stream here.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Well, that's a dick move. You have fulfilled your tree quota. I genuinely love the very cartoony aesthetic of this game. Alright, so that'll be where we leave off, and you folks have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me, and we're going to find somebody to raid. For YouTube, you folks have a wonderful evening. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we'll be back at some other point with more Ratchet and Clank. Bye, everybody!